Hello and welcome to another episode of Left to It All. I am your host, CM Phillips. Today's episode will be something different because it is May 1st, better known as May Day, or more accurately, International Workers' Day. This holiday has been largely forgotten in the United States. I believe that it needs to be remedied, that May Day be acknowledged again for its significant role in the struggle of workers throughout the world. In 1886, at the Haymarket Square in Chicago, Illinois, workers were on general strike, protesting for an 8-hour workday. The next day, the police killed one protester and injured several more. An unknown person threw a bomb as the police were dispersing the crowd, and between the explosion and the police gunfire, 7 police officers and at least 4 civilians died as a result, as well as leaving dozens injured. In 1889, to commemorate the Haymarket Massacre, May 1st was chosen by the Second International by groups on the left, such as socialists, communists, anarchists, and labor activists, to be known as International Workers' Day or Labor Day in most other countries. Since the 18th century, many Roman Catholics have observed May and May Day with various May devotions to the Blessed Virgin Mary. The 1st of May is also one of the 2 feasts days of the Catholic patron saint of workers, Saint Joseph the Worker, the carpenter, husband, and father of Jesus. In 1955, Pope Pius XII changed the date of the feast to St. Joseph to counter the International Workers' Day, seen as a communist threat. Pope Pius XI, his predecessor, was a huge supporter of the Italian fascist Benito Mussolini. At least Pope Pius XII condemned the war, but also reverted to a state of neutrality during the war. Much more to go into with that, but it's for a different episode altogether. So what does May Day or International Workers' Day mean for us today? Well, it means that in the not too distant past, people worked together to accomplish goals to better their lives. It means that corporations and authoritarian states have tried successfully, by the way, to beat ideas of equality, liberty, justice out of our heads through the use of propaganda and violence. It means that the workers that struggled in the Industrial Revolution to bring workers' rights as an issue of grievance that we all clearly benefit from today, but have no historical perspective to understand it as more than a given right. Freedom is an endless struggle. We take for granted the workers' movement today. People died for this. People sacrificed their lives for these rights we are absent-mindedly ignoring as we lose them today. We don't even know the history of those who lost their lives to create these rights for us. As these movements continue to fade into the past and obscurity, we as a society completely forget the sacrifices of those who fought for these rights for us. We drift into a state of insecurity, where the progressive movements of the past somehow seem not worth fighting for anymore. But that could not be further from the truth. Because these goals are worth fighting for. Mayday, Mayday, this ship is sinking. That's what most people think of when they hear the words Mayday, right? We need to create a new ship now because the one we are on is sinking. With all of humanity on board, unless we can realize that we can do anything we put our hearts and minds into. Mayday is that reminder. It is the righteous moral outrage of exploitation that drives humanity forward. It is the systems of oppression that push people to fight for freedom. May Day is a battle cry for the movement for a more just world. Thank you for watching. Happy May Day.